When you're ready, Dubh Lee.
If I do soon end up dying, it won't be for lack of trying. I've told you I do not want to be saved. The priest will bless the holy water, lie about me from the altar, and finally I'll be comfy in my grave. Maybe I should feel repentant for the youth that I have misspent, but it turns out I cannot learn to behave. And to all the ones that love me, thank God you're 6 feet above me. Finally I am comfy in my grave. Last night I woke up steaming, couldn't wrestle off the demon, so I went to drown myself out in the waves. And when they pull me out, there will no more be any doubt. Finally I am comfy in my grave. In my grave. In my grave. The sweet release of death is all I crave. And when they pull me out, there will no more be any doubt. Finally I am comfy in my grave.
Oh my God, Dubh Lee. God, it is so good to have you back. Like, as I say so regularly, and I told you this before you played, to me you're one of the best guitarists in the country.
Oh, stop.
And you show it. Oh my God. I put the pressure on you though. I was like, you better make this happen now, make magic. And you did exactly that. Like, where does the talent come from? Can I ask?
Oh jeez, I guess it's hard work. I was actually only thinking about this on the way down in the car. But when it comes to talent, because you hear people saying that a lot is like, oh, like that a person might be so talented or whatever, but like it is all just work,
Hard
isn't it?
work,
Like it
yeah.
is just time spent. And then I guess, that's exactly what I was thinking was it goes both ways. If you're talented, then you're inclined to work hard because it's fun.
Yeah.
And if you work hard, then you're inclined to be talented. Like as in, it's a feedback loop. It's great.
Yeah. And tell me, do you enter the flow state regularly, like as a musician?
God, I wish I could say I did. I guess I do. My bread and butter now is cover gigs, and I guess on stage at cover gigs, because I've sang a lot of those songs so many times, I really do in that situation.
Okay.
So, yeah, like when I can feel the energy of a room and I'm like kind of directing the crowd and I'm trying to get people excited, I really feel, and I feel like I'm in control of a crowd and like getting everybody going. Then yeah, I feel like that's where my flow state lives.
Damn, at the top of the stage.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Well, do you know what? We have so much to talk about, right? So you just released FUFO, right? You're getting huge notoriety across the country for it, and so well deserved. Fantastic song. Trying to stay humble here, I can see you. But you just mentioned it right there. We are now experiencing full swing, full time music, Dubh Lee.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I gave up my day job in August, which was scary, but I guess I've done that before. I did it before COVID, but I've done it again.
She's back at it again.
I'm back again. Still at the music.
Yeah.
And so now I am full time original gigs, and then my kind of the desk job of the music part of my job. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Is the cover gigs, you know what I mean? So I
amazing.
have a couple of residencies. Say I play in the International in Dublin very frequently.
Nice.
And where else? The Becks, which is near Dubh Lee in Meath. Play there a good bit. But yeah, I basically have a couple of like regular gigs that keep me going, and then I get to do the Dubh Lee gigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Out of curiosity, I was trying to remember this. The International, because we met doing The open mic.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Was that where we met?
I think it was.
That's mad.
Because I'm trying to think of any other circumstance where we would have met.
The circle sessions.
The circle sessions.
That's because that's only that's going again.
Is it?
They're kicking it off again.
Unreal.
That's
Dear
mad.
listener, if by chance you have a free... When is it?
That does be
Monday than
Mondays.
it was before?
That does be Mondays.
Yeah, so it was downstairs in the International. Such a spot. Some of the best talent. You'll see the likes of Dubh Lee and other people there. And it's just, honest to God, you can have some of the best nights of Dublin over in the International. Look, you touched on so many things that I want to talk about tonight, Dubh Lee. Let's first talk about FUFO, right? Because we're fresh off the heels. It's only, 1 week out? How are we feeling?
I feel great. The release has been very good so far. As in, like, the response to it has been great so far. I have a kind of quirky music video. People seem to like that a lot. It was filmed on a shoestring budget. There's like a bath scene. People have been asking me how, like, the bath water is blue. People have been asking me how I made the bath water blue. But anyway, it's 3 litres of milk and a bottle of blue food dye. So like kind of cheap practical effects, you know.
Unreal. I would have just went with Listerine or something, but you got in a whole other way.
But so, like, you know, response to the video is good. Despite it being like recorded so cheaply, it does look great. And then it's streaming well. It got selected by Blonde Tracy on 2FM for Track of the Week. Yeah. Which was great. So I got a couple of spins off them. You've given it a spin already, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're playing it like crazy.
And so did Anne-Marie Kelly, which is Anne-Marie Kelly Quinn, which is super sound.
Yeah, on Roadhouse.
Yeah. It's streaming well. I'm really happy with how it's going. The response, people seem to be responding particularly well to the lyrics, and especially the opening lyric, which is the why wait until your midlife? You can have a crisis now. So I think people find that quite funny, I guess.
I saw the post you put up on Instagram where the whole room just erupts on the first. Like, how hard is that to play? Like, you're just getting into a song and then a whole room just erupts. Like,
because that was like I think that was my second time ever playing the song live, so I wasn't expecting the reaction from the crowd at all. And so you can see it kind of like I start laughing then as well. But that was actually really lovely. That was Ruby Sessions last year.
Ruby Sessions.
I then did I've done another Ruby Sessions there just the Tuesday gone by, off the back of the single as well.
Used to love the Ruby Sessions as well.
The Ruby Sessions.
The Ruby Sessions are great too. They're a little bit more harmful for you. But there was something we were talking about before as well with FUFO. I was asked, you know, is there anything about the production you wanted to talk about? And you were like, I have a few things.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of things.
So tell me.
So FUFO was recorded with Leader Sound Productions. My friend John Leader, he is a producer and like sound engineer and a multi-instrumentalist. So he plays a couple of the instruments on the track. He plays the organ, the bass, and then the percussion aspect of the song is actually a chair. So we were like casting around his studio, kind of trying to see, like, I was like, I know I don't want a full drum kit on this, but we didn't have a cajon to hand or anything, so I was like looking at this chair, and I think he knocked off it, and I was like, that sounds all right. Yeah. And so he's like, okay, I think I can make this work, and he mic'd it up from a few different angles, and he played his chair like a cajon, and that was the final, like, as in there's a couple of, like, there's tambourine and there's shaker and stuff that I played in, but the main percussion element is this chair.
Unreal.
And then similar kind of DIY thing, we were, for some reason, I have a couple of slides. I have a brass guitar slide and a glass slide.
Nice.
And they're always knocking around my house, but never when I need them. So I like the first kind of electric guitar element you hear is slide. And that was played with a glass makeup bottle that I had in my bag because we couldn't. Yeah, so just whatever's handy, just throw it on the track, But it worked out,
That's crazy.
And then is there anything else funny about the recording? No, it's actually just two people kind of me doing my vocals, electric and acoustic guitar and shakers and stuff, and the glass makeup bottle and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Jono doing the organ, bass, and the chair. So chair. But I think it achieves quite a full sound for quite a small production.
And I love it's kind of got that Beatles element to it to me, where it's just kind of like, oh John, hit that chair again. I like that. Yeah. Put it in the record. So FUFO. It's going wonderful. The production of it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. This leads on, as with most awesome singles when they come out and they're getting a lot of traction, it leads to many other things, and there's so many things in the Dubh Lee horizon right now.
Oh yeah, good for you now. So the next thing coming up is I'm doing a tour. A tour is going to consist of 10 shows in 10 different counties.
Nice.
Kicking off on Wednesday the 8th of April in Carlow, in a place called Harry Burke's, which there's a festival in Carlow called the Pan Celtic Festival that's going to be on next week, so it'll be one of the shows as part of that.
Cool, nice one.
So it's kicking off in Carlow, but I'll also be doing Monaghan, Waterford, Louth, now I should be able to remember them all, but I can't.
It's all right.
I've got 2 shows in the Midlands, which might be of interest to our listeners.
Yes.
Your listeners, the listeners.
They're ours now.
So I'm going to check the date so I don't get it
Please
wrong.
do, yeah.
But one of the first show is going to be Creelar Festival is going to be on in Athlone, and I'll be doing a show on the 17th of April in the Piano Bar.
Nice.
So I'll be playing as a duo there, or there'll be 3 of us playing.
I'll be there, definitely.
Oh, class. Okay. So that's Athlone. And then actually one of the full band EP launches is going to be in John Lee's here in Tullamore.
Nice.
On the 22nd of May. So I'll be selling tickets for that show. They're going to go on sale next Wednesday.
Okay.
So hopefully if people hear this and like the song, they can hop over to Eventbrite and Google my name and the word FUFO, and you'll find tickets on sale.
Deadly. And that's the EP
launch.
Launch.
Yeah.
Ooh, the 22nd of May. That's when the EP's coming out as well.
Yeah, the final song of the EP will be out then.
Will be out.
The whole lot of it will be released then.
Amazing.
Yeah.
God, all before the 22nd of May.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot to squeeze in. Still have to figure out merch and I need to get CDs printed and I want to make T-shirts as well.
Oh my God.
But it's going to be a tight deadline. But
you're lucky you left the job.
I know. There's no way I could hold down a full-time job and do, because I did that for ages. I did the full-time work and then gigging on the side, and that's why it took me so long to get stuff out.
Do you know? Yeah. And I feel like that's just it's a creative artist thing, isn't it? Like your soul has always wanted to do something, but you got to pay the bills. Yeah. So
that's it.
You got to balance that stuff. So a tour. An EP, do we have a name of the EP?
Oh, the EP is so FUFO is the title track, so the EP is also titled FUFO.
Amazing.
Yes, FUFO from FUFO, and then the tour is called Guide to FUFO.
Noticing a theme here.
Yeah.
Guide to FUFO.
Now, FUFO is an acronym, and I can't say what it is now because it's rude or it's not allowed on the radio probably. But anyway, FUFO is an acronym, if anybody's wondering.
Okay.
It's on my Instagram somewhere.
Yeah, messenger.
And then the final date of the tour will actually be at the Rory Gallagher Festival, which is in Ballyshannon and Donegal.
Amazing.
I'll be playing with, there'll be a 3-piece band. I'll be playing on Saturday afternoon somewhere outdoors, I think, somewhere called the Gables. So if anybody's down in Ballyshannon, I know there's some Tullamore lads going down. So hopefully
Ballyshannon is a great. I was living around there for a while. I think Ballyshannon is the oldest village in Ireland.
What?
Yeah, the oldest town in Ireland is Ballyshannon.
No, how is that? Yeah,
I'm almost positive.
That's amazing.
Now I can't believe I just said that into a microphone with people listening. I could be horribly wrong.
I can't wait to fact check this on Snopes. Snopes
I'm almost positive, right? Okay, don't hold a gun to my head. Waiting outside the studio is like, how dare you say that?
I'm going to find out how old Tullamore is now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't fight me. Fight me
Class,
outside.
Okay.
We have. So that's the festival.
That's the festival is kind of like the final day of the tour. I was happy to be happy enough to be asked, and I wanted to. I played a gig in Donegal there last year, and I wanted to get another date up there because it's just so nice up there. And so thankfully, the festival asked me kind of just there in the past week, did I want to do a show?
Amazing. It's kind of, so that's kind of the festival season for you. A lot of it is kind of last minute with like a week or two to go. Yeah, I
get a lot of last minute bookings. I guess part of it is I'm so bad at sending or like applying to festivals on time.
And
like,
you have to apply like a year in advance.
I know, and so that's like I'm always on the on the rear foot. Is that a thing? I'm always late when it comes to applications. So.
Right. Well, it's nice they're coming to you with like a week to go. Be like, we need you. He's like, all right, pay me huge money and I'll be there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's my third Mercedes out the front this week.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely covered in Mercedes at the moment. But yeah, the Gallagher Festival is the end of the tour. Yeah.
So we could probably even potentially see Dubh Lee on more festivals towards the end of the season.
There will
more
be.
Than likely.
I'll be posting about them as they come in. Yeah.
So we got to follow Dubh Lee on Instagram. That's DUBHLEE.
Yes, exactly. And there's a dot in the middle. So
that's right.
DUBH.LEE on Instagram.
That's it. So the thing people need to take away is definitely the tour is happening. Go to every concert because it seems like one is going to be a 1 and 2 piece, then you're going to have the band.
Yeah.
The next is going to be a festival. Like, so it's just better to go to all of them.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned. Go in, buy the merch, buy 6 t-shirts, for each one when they're in the wash every day. Treat them like underwear and just wear them every single day. So the gigs in particular that the Midlands need to look out for is the 17th of April in Athlone in the Piano Bar, and then of course the EP launch, which is going to be on the 22nd of May in John Lee's in Tullamore.
That's it. Yeah.
Amazing.
I want to mention that April 17th is the festival is called Creelar. That's another festival gig. Creelar.
And you're going to be part of that.
I'm part of Creelar.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be an epic day in Athlone. Actually, it's going to be so good. Now that you're there, it's going to be even better. Like,
I was there last year. It was a beautiful festival. Like, this town just be hopping. Like,
I saw you were about to say something far more like enigmatic and energetic, like radio. Beautiful, great time.
It just be deadly.
You heard her. Get there, Creelar. That's going to be the 17th of April. Dubh Lee, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks, Adam.
And we're going to finish it off by, of course, playing you the single of FUFO right here. This is from Dubh Lee on Midlands 103.